Here we continue the posture-based exercise program, and we started to get into some whole body exercises in the form of yoga calisthenics. The Five Tibetans are a well-known group of 5 maneuvers which cover a lot of ground without the challenge of going through a more intricate sequence of moves that you might need an instructor for. These are some moves you can really get started with and learn on your own. The main modification we made was to add very specific breathing instructions, which we refer to as breath control. And we'll walk you through how to do the 5 Tibetans with breath control. So the first Tibetan rite is doing a series of spins and then really just recovering your balance from that. And as you can see in the video here, this is one of the hardest ones to demonstrate. But once you spin, whether it's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, or all the way up to 21 revolutions, at the end of it, you'll find yourself a bit dizzy. And so it's a powerful exercise to then be able to take 2 big breaths, breath control breaths, and bring yourself back to balance. Whenever we refer to breath control, and you can watch complete videos on it alongside this, we're talking about breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose, using your abdomen and diaphragm, and then trying to maintain a nice controlled, longer exhale, like 2 times as long as the inhale. So that's Tibetan rite number 1. When you can do 21 repetitions of those spins, and by the end of it, end up within 2 breaths, completely recovering your balance, and the room settling down without any spins left over. That's a pretty great exercise to do. Wake up your whole body. Think about it. Every single muscle in the body has to engage in that process, and you get them all working in the same direction at the same time. It's a great way to get ready for other exercises. On to Tibetan rite number 2. And so from this lying down position, we're going to breathe in or inhale while lifting the legs and the head. And what it looks like is, once you, again, the key is to breathe during the exercise. This is the inhale. And then from this position, we're going to exhale while lowering the legs and the head back to the ground. And you return back to normal. So this might be the yoga equivalent of a sit-up. It's a nice, good core exercise, but by lifting the head and coordinating the breathing with it, you get a nice added benefit of making sure your body stays really calm while you're strengthening and especially developing core strength. The next position is referred to as Tibetan rite number 3. This is more isolated. We're talking about really some basic head and upper body motion, and again, the breathing instructions are very specific. So from this starting position, on your knees with your hands on your hips and your chin tucked all the way down, you will then inhale while lifting the head back as far as you can. Notice when we do this, there's a little bit of arch in the back, but most of the motion is in the upper back and neck. So we breathe in to get to this position, and then we're going to exhale or breathe out while lowering the head back to neutral, okay? And going on to Tibetan rite number 4, this may be, I'd say, the most challenging one in the bunch. So you're in this starting position with your hands on the ground next to your hips and your legs straight out in front of you, and of course your back in a neutral position. And from here, we're looking to inhale and lift the head back while also raising your hips off the ground, level with the shoulders. So observe the arrows, the action. The red arrows are head back and lifting the legs up, and by the white lines, you can see how you go into this chair-like position. And so it's important then to press down with the legs and the hands and get the knees, hips, and shoulders lined up as much as possible. From this position, so with breath control, you would have inhaled to get to this point, and after a brief pause holding this position, you can then slowly exhale your way back down to the neutral position. So again, exhale while lowering the head and hips back to the ground, and that completes that surface Tibetan number 4. The last Tibetan is going to look, if you've done a little bit of yoga, it'll look a lot like upward and downward facing dog, and that's because this is an alternating motion between those two. Again, in yoga, you should get breathing instruction to coordinate inhale, exhale with head flexion, right? So in this case, as we inhale, we're going to extend the head all the way back, right? So lift your head and shoulders back, allowing your hips and legs to lower to the ground. And then from this position, once you've fully inhaled, and then you can take a brief pause, then you're going to do the exact opposite with taking your head, again, as you exhale, and tucking your chin and lifting your hips to make an inverted V, where the hips become the highest point in the body. Okay, the goal here is look at the arms, look at the legs. You want to end up like an inverted V, and you want those lines to be as straight as possible. In this picture, I'm demonstrating what I would do over the course of whether it's 7 repetitions or 14 or 21, right? The goal is to get to 21. In my case, usually once I'm up to the teens, 10, 11, or 12, I can do this, and over the course of 12 repetitions going from this position to this position, I can usually get my heels down to the ground after a bit of a warm-up. So always think about form. Of course, always think about breathing. The 5 Tibetans are these calisthenic little slices of yoga. And one of the mistakes people commonly make is they go right into a yoga class, and instructors have to accommodate quite a wide variety of people attending what might be even beginner classes. You have quite a wide variety of levels, and they're all experts, and so it's not always easy for them to go back to stage 1 and give you these basics. It would be a great step to graduate from this. But the truth is, once you can do breath control and you can do whole body exercises like this, we have a pretty open book for doing cardio, as long as you maintain your breath control, or even weight conditioning. But should you decide to have an interest in going on to yoga, this is a great stepping block to go from there. So don't forget, revisit our videos on breath control, revisit the posture series. If you can't do phase 1, 2, and 3, it's not the right time to start this protocol. But once you can do these 5 Tibetans and do up to 21 repetitions, we're very, very confident in your base going forward into more traditional exercise. We look forward to seeing you in a future video. Thanks.